heads north. And, you know, the track of storms this week is going to be pretty typical. We'll see them from St. Louis to Chicago, tracking our storm system into the Pittsburgh area, watching thunderstorms here by Tuesday. And by Wednesday, it moves into the northeast. That includes here the megalopolis, Washington, D.C., New York City with thunderstorms in the forecast. All of the active weather right now, though, is in the Midwest. And this is a place where we could see severe weather both this morning and later on. Right, Cheryl?
That's right. Checking out my old stomping grounds, we've had some rough and tumble weather so far this morning across Nebraska. And we've got a latest radar picture now from the Midwest to clearly indicate that we've got clusters of very strong thunderstorms right now bearing down on the central part of Nebraska here. And also we have a watch that remains in effect until 9 o'clock this morning local time. And that really means that conditions are very favorable in and around the watch area for some violent thunderstorms. As we zoom in a little bit closer here, you can see very strong thunderstorm cells right there across central Nebraska. And right now we do have some warnings out for Custer, Blaine, Thomas, and Logan counties, all there across western Nebraska. These are going to be drifting off towards the east-southeast, and as we were mentioning, they could really pack quite a wallop, producing some very gusty winds and perhaps even seeing some hailstones and maybe even some isolated tornadoes later this morning as our air mass is staying quite unstable. We've got the thunderstorms right now and across Nebraska. There's been more rainy conditions, though, up towards Rapid City and around Pierre and Huron, South Dakota, and more rain showers stretching all the way over towards Billings and Great Falls. Here's our latest weather map, and we are seeing a frontal boundary sagging down from Canada, another storm system stalling out across the south, kind of a squeeze play taking place across the Midwest, and that's helping to induce the showers and storms. That being said, let's check out the forecast for the remainder of your Monday. And for a lot of you, whether you're making plans to head off to work today or perhaps running some errands, going to the shopping mall, going to the bank, you'll definitely want to factor in some extra driving time to get there safely. More severe weather possible today from the Dakotas on into Nebraska, stretching all the way down towards around the St. Louis metro area. Thunderstorms lighting up the skies, and that will definitely impede your travels. Not a whole lot of action, though, is still for Chicago, but we'll see increasing moisture as those showers and thunderstorms start to slide on in from the west. And here we go. By Tuesday, much of the upper Midwest and the Great Lakes area really getting enveloped by the showers and storms. It's one of those days to keep the umbrellas very close at hand. Minneapolis, Rochester, St. Paul, on into Green Bay, Milwaukee, Chicago, Indianapolis, and most of the Hoosier State, too, seeing more rains. And unfortunately, across most of the Midwest, this is the last thing on earth that we need. Already, we're coming off May, a very record-breaking month as far as rainfall is concerned. Some of you have picked up 2 to 3 times your normal rainfall, so with more rain, that could cause more serious flooding issues. Meanwhile, across the south, we've had some severe weather targeting parts of Oklahoma.
That's right here, and more severe weather moved through northeast Oklahoma on Saturday. The storms ripped roofs off homes. They also knocked down some power poles, knocking out electricity to thousands of customers. We also had tennis ball-sized hail also in the area, and damaging some cars in a shopping center parking lot. Wow, and look at that water ponding in the streets here around Tulsa. You know, any of the thunderstorms that we get developed today here could be looking at a lot of heavy rain simply because of how much moisture we have. And temperatures, that's another big story for us across the region. We're starting off at 80 degrees this morning in Dallas. We're likely to see some records fall today or tomorrow across parts of the southwest here, especially West Texas and southern New Mexico. 101 in El Paso, 96 in Oklahoma City, and 98 degrees in Dallas. We're going to keep it hot for another day. Tomorrow we'll do 98 again in Dallas and in San Antonio. Here in the southeast, too, we will see temperatures building. 87 in Charleston, 86 in Atlanta. It will be 91 degrees in Mobile and 92 in Tampa. So a lot of heat. Certainly clouds could help squash a little bit of that heat if you get underneath a cloud or especially a thunderstorm, but we will keep it hot and humid, especially across the south and the southeast as we head through the next 2 days. And it could be the first 90 of the season. 91 is the forecast for the Atlanta area on your Wednesday. All right, looking at your forecast in terms of the rain here, it will be dry across much of Texas and Louisiana. We're going to see those pop-up showers and storms across the south and east, including the Florida Peninsula. You could find some of them for today. As we head into tomorrow and Wednesday, we're going to be looking for the chance of some showers and storms popping up, perhaps in South Florida and maybe up here into the southern Appalachians, but for the most part, dry in Houston, dry and hot in San Antonio and in Dallas, and we'll see those strong southerly winds continuing to kick up here across the southern plains. Well, heading into the northeast here this morning, it's a little wet up into the northeast, but otherwise a nice day shaping up.
Yeah, we had some showers and thunderstorms across the northeast this past weekend, and then after that, though, we're now enjoying a brief reprieve in the weather. But there'll be more rain showers developing certainly by Tuesday, although this morning about the only rain that we can find is across extreme northern Maine, up around Bangor, Maine and Baxter State Park. There's been a few passing showers, but that will gradually dissipate as our storm system pulls off the coast. But enjoy the brief reprieve because certainly by Tuesday, another